Hi friends, welcome to Jesus_Message Official. Just when we thought we knew everything, the world of science has been completely shaken by some recent discoveries. Researchers have found something incredible about the Shroud of Turin that challenges everything we know about history and faith. Stick around until the end because I'll reveal a discovery that will truly surprise you. Let's start with what we already know about the Shroud of Turin. Back in 1988, a carbon dating test seemed to dismiss the idea of the shroud being authentic. The test suggested the linen was from 1260 to 1390 AD. The media presented it as a battle between science and faith, hard evidence versus heartfelt belief. But now, new discoveries have emerged that strongly support the authenticity of the Shroud of Turin. These findings are so powerful they can't be ignored. Before I reveal more, if you feel blessed by Jesus, like this video, type "I love Jesus" in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Jesus_Message Official for more blessings. The Shroud of Turin has been in Turin, Italy, since 1578, kept in the royal chapel of the cathedral. But where was it before that? According to legend, the shroud appeared in Lille, France, in the 1350s. It was displayed by a widow of a French knight, Geoffrey de Charny. However, no one knows how Geoffrey obtained the shroud or where it had been for 1,300 years after Christ's burial. Some say it was brought to France by a knight returning from the Crusades, who discovered it in the Holy Land. But there's no historical evidence to confirm this. Over the years, the shroud was moved several times, eventually reaching Chambéry, France in 1532, and then Turin, Italy, in 1578, where it has remained, except during World War II when it was hidden for safety. If you enjoy our content, consider clicking the super thanks button below. Your support is a blessing that helps us continue our mission of sharing the message of Jesus. The Shroud of Turin has deeply touched the hearts of believers worldwide. Measuring 14 feet long and 3 feet wide, it holds the faint image of a crucified man, bloody, wounded, and lifeless. The stains on the cloth match the wounds described in the Bible, including the spear wound on Jesus' side. Isn't that remarkable? What's even more astonishing is the level of detail. The man depicted on the shroud is anatomically perfect, right down to the smallest features. Stay tuned for more insights and subscribe to Jesus_Message Official for more faith-filled content. Unanimous opinion from medical experts who have studied the shroud for over a century is that it holds remarkable significance. Isabel Pick, a world-renowned expert in figurative draftsmanship, even described the shroud as the most anatomically accurate image of a human being ever created. The recent evidence surrounding the Shroud of Turin is so compelling that it's hard to believe anyone with an open mind could deny its authenticity. Did you know that research on the shroud didn't stop with the carbon dating tests of 1988? In fact, it has become the most studied artifact in history. For decades, scientists have worked tirelessly to verify or refute the carbon dating results. Years of meticulous research ultimately led to an unbelievable conclusion. The image on the shroud is one that cannot be replicated. One of the most intriguing discoveries is that the image on the shroud appears to have been caused by a mysterious burst of light or electromagnetic radiation, something science still struggles to fully explain. Is this divine intervention, a miracle, or something science has yet to comprehend? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear: the Shroud of Turin continues to challenge science, history, and faith, leaving us with more questions than answers. If you didn't know, the Shroud of Turin was wrapped around a real body that simply dematerialized without disturbing the perfectly formed blood clots on the cloth. This could only happen through an event like the resurrection, as described in the Gospels. According to the Gospel accounts, the resurrection freed Jesus' body from material constraints. But what about the carbon dating results that challenged the shroud's authenticity? It has now come to light that those results were flawed. This is where it gets shocking. It took a long time for researchers to access the raw data from the carbon dating tests conducted on the shroud. Surprisingly, these once decisive tests have lost their credibility. Historical research previously suggested that the shroud belonged to the Middle Ages. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg. To further discredit the 1988 carbon dating test, modern dating methods have emerged, leading to an astonishing revelation. The origin of the linen cloth points to the 1st century, meaning the Shroud of Turin could indeed belong to Jesus Christ. But there's something even more shocking that has recently been revealed. Scientists and nuclear engineers are now calling for fresh carbon dating tests. Many people might believe that conducting another round of testing would help prove the shroud's authenticity. However, that's not entirely accurate. During the 1988 carbon dating process, scientists originally required 7 samples from the shroud. Instead, they settled for a single sample that was divided into 3 pieces. Here's where the issue arises. The Shroud of Turin has since been contaminated by carbon-14 from that previous test. Do you think the Catholic Church would allow scientists to further damage the shroud? Definitely not. Conducting a new carbon dating test would require taking 7 new samples, which could further deteriorate this sacred artifact, a risk that many believe is too great. Jesus_message official. The Shroud of Turin has been a topic of debate for centuries. Some argue it's simply not worth pursuing, especially after other non-destructive methods, like wide-angle X-ray scattering and advanced techniques, have confirmed its origins dating back to the 1st century. So why continue relying on carbon dating when these methods offer greater accuracy and are less prone to contamination? The evidence for the shroud's authenticity is truly remarkable. The mysterious image imprinted on the 4-meter-long cloth has puzzled scientists with features that cannot be replicated by any known means. This high-resolution photographic negative 3D image appears to have been caused by a finely tuned burst of electromagnetic radiation from the body itself. It stands as a testament to a profound, perhaps supernatural event, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Extensive research by chemists and physicists has left them baffled, unable to explain how the body mysteriously vanished, leaving behind only this impossibly faint image on the cloth. Scientists have found that this image seems to result from a burst of light, a phenomenon capable of creating the unique discoloration observed on the microscopic linen fibers. What makes this even more fascinating is the shroud contains microscopic deposits of rare soil and flower pollen found exclusively in Jerusalem. Additionally, the blood on the cloth revealed something shocking. It contained high levels of bilirubin, a chemical only present in the body of someone who suffered severe torture. Every piece of evidence leads to one undeniable conclusion: the resurrection of Jesus Christ was real. The Shroud of Turin contained the body of a living, breathing person who suffered real wounds and stained the cloth with genuine blood. The shroud serves as a powerful testament to the power of faith, offering a glimpse into the reality of miracles and the enduring mystery of the resurrection. If you enjoy our content and want to support us, click on the Super Thanks button below. Your Super Thanks isn't just a donation, it's a blessing that helps us share the transformative journey of Jesus. If Jesus has touched your life, hit the like button, comment "I love Jesus" to share your faith, and subscribe.